Hey guys, the station has barely any people in it, so when there's barely any people, or no people, if there's like if you can see less than 50 people or whatever, when I'm night guard, we need to go do patrolling. And so I've done one. I wanted to do 2 patrols because Mede is showing up at 7. Right now it's 6:45, and I've done 1.5 patrols, so I'm just going to quickly go through this and then carry on. Autism, ADHD, and competition. When we're growing up, we're not naturally competitive because it's like just want to go out there, have a good time with our friends. But then you see how like everyone is judging everyone, and they give you a real rough time for being different, and they give you a rough time for not achieving at the things that they say is important. And then so you put all this extra, this is my story, okay? And I know a few others like this too, and then others gave up and quit, and then others didn't care for a while, and then they did care. But so I would like go hard out, try and prove my worth in these other things. And so I became competitive because I wanted people to realize my value, because everyone was telling me that I was nothing, that I was a piece of shit. And you get like maybe one nice comment, but for every one nice comment there's probably like 10 or 12. And I'm 36 years old, so I can handle it now, but you know, you still got to deal with the inner child stuff, and I've been there and dealt with it, because I believe it's just I'm always gonna remember, but I'm never gonna forget. But I can talk about it like this and just carry on with my day and carry on with work, because that is how little it affects me now, because I've dealt with it all. But for years I thought that, for about 2 or 3 years or so, I thought, I haven't dealt with it because I haven't forgotten. But you're never gonna forget. Song comes to mind, may as well sing it, because when I wear this hat, you know. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, the postman comes and calling. Postman Pat's a really happy man. Oh, Mede, as I said before, Mede's going to arrive in 12 minutes now, so I'm going to finish off this patrol so that I have done 2 in the previous hour. And, you know, because it's not very many people when I was in there, so they may have changed, because people come, people go. It's a train station. It's a public venue. Well, actually, no, it's owned by a company, but you know, it's like the doors are open, people walk through it. It's owned by the company. Wellington Regional Council goes down, and I just received a message from Mede. She's arrived early, so I'm going to end this. So that's where that competitive stuff came from, but then once we deal with that, all of a sudden it's just us against ourselves, and you know, we're not actually competing against anyone, because we go back to being our natural selves, and we're just always out there just trying to better ourselves and get a better life and improve the lives of those who care about us, which is very, very few. But we want to improve the life of ourselves and others can do whatever they want to do. And if they are happy with their lives and are happy with us being happy with our lives, then they can join us. But some people, they don't get competitive until they get to like their teens or their 20s, so they may have been like how I was, like how I am now, right throughout their growing up, and then it just got to them. Well, I was not competitive until about intermediate to my teenage years, because I heard all the time that I wasn't nothing, I wasn't shit, so I wanted to prove how awesome I was. Good things is I became West Auckland champion twice in Kapahaka, West Auckland champion twice in rugby league. Won a Hawke's Bay championship as tutor for Kapahaka, and I'm definitely very consistent with the things that matter. Graduated high school, got my bachelor's degree. You know, going to be making 6 figures very soon. I keep seeing all this stuff on YouTube, but you are on the right path. When I was trying to better please other people, because I thought I needed to be cured, because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe any of that nonsense until my early to mid-20s. I started to believe it. Up throughout my childhood I didn't. I just thought that everyone was just a bunch of pussies, and they didn't have the balls to go out there and be themselves. And I used to respect people who would be different to me, but they had the balls to go out there and be themselves and question things. And I mean, we would have arguments, but then after a couple of arguments I would respect them. It was like my early to mid-20s I came into agreement, should I say, with what the other ones were saying, and then snapped out of it again, and now I'm back to being my natural self. Have been for a number of years now. Alright, Mede has said that she has arrived. So I've got one more scan to do, and then I'm done this patrol, so I'm going to meet her at our meeting spot. Ooh, we have a meeting spot. Well, we do, yeah. So then I'm here. So that's what I got to say about autism and ADHD. Autism, ADHD, and competition. Now, if you bump into some competitive ones, it's because they had it drilled into their head their whole entire life that their skills and what they were good at didn't matter. And you know, there's others that were like me that went out to prove how awesome they were in their teens, right up to the early to mid-20s, and achieved all these things, but then just didn't have any money or anything. And then, yeah. Mede likes my content, by the way. She has a little push like, but she starts asking things, and then she's like, oh no, that's pretty cool, but then other things, she just doesn't watch it. Other times, she just doesn't watch it. Because she hears it from me in person, and she talks about it with me in person, so it's nothing different than what's on here. And I make content for people like me, you know what I mean? And or if you truly love someone that's like me, and you actually truly love them, and you put in the effort, like, well, Mede's got ADHD, but you know what I mean, like, you meet them halfway, you put in the same amount of effort as they do. If you truly love them, or if you're someone who has autism or ADHD, or if you've got ADHD like me, which is a mixture of both, then that's why I make this content. Alright guys, you'll see me now. Bye. Okay guys, just watching the platform, and I saw I had another 1 minute 15 seconds left in that 10-minute bracket. So my job is to watch the platforms, because right now it is about 11:30, so 11:30 p.m. So 11:15 to 11:45, see what happens. Just report. Oh, lead us. There's a joke. Lead us smack down. Finished them off with an F5. Another hero of mine when I was, you know, in regards to working out and stuff. Brock Lesnar, big respect. Here's the joke. Because I want the Warriors to win the NRL Premiership. It's just not giving up on hope. But whenever they make the finals, it's like they did. Like, because I see the results each week. I don't watch the highlights of the game. Maybe they all have ADHD, and maybe they're consistently inconsistent because they don't do other things that pique their interest. Heck, maybe all the Hurricanes players have ADHD and they've been doing other things that do pique their interest, and that's why they're winning every game. It's just a joke. But yeah, I thought it'd be funny. See you.